Welcome. I'm Kashi Rachel Stone, and today I would like to introduce you to reflectors. Reflectors are the fourth type out of the four different types of humans, or five if you consider manifesting generators as a fifth type, which I do. They're so different. But even more different than all the rest are the reflectors. The manifestor, projector, and generator and manifesting generators are all solar beings, but the reflector is a lunar being. They're very, very different in nature from the rest of us. And as an intuitive, I can see a very big distinction in the way that their whole energy body operates. From the rest of the types, I often experience a pressure, and I see their distortion in their energy field coming from their open centers, oftentimes or sometimes defined, but most of the time it's the open centers. But with reflectors, I have a completely different experience. I don't get pressure from them, and I don't get the same psychology that I have with others through their open centers. It's very different. I do see how they are very easily influenced, yet not. Because what they do is they reflect their environment and the people in it. And when they are in a particular environment, they do exude a particular type of behavior and attitude, but when they leave that environment, they can usually come right back into their self. And there is something that's very consistent in who they are and how their aura operates, where it doesn't get as easily distorted like the rest of us, where we're open and take in other people's energy from their auras. The other thing about reflectors, which is probably very personal in my own experience, is to me they have an innocence, a childlike innocence. Not all of them, but there is something in their nature that is pure in their response and their experience, that has an innocent quality to it. So I enjoy their company most of the time for that fact that I'm not feeling pressure, and they also have a very innocent quality and a very direct, pure way in the way they express themselves and interact. And they have a certain kind of sensitivity on the subtle plane. Unlike most people, they can see a lot that's happening beyond just this physical plane action. It's oftentimes very abstract perception. Now, reflectors have their own strategy, which is to wait 28 days, or 28 and a half, or 29, depends on who you are and how you think, but somewhere between 28 and 29 days before they make a decision. Now for me, rather than count days, I just watch the moon, and I encourage every reflector, the first thing you do is to start getting in touch with the moon and paying attention to the cycles of the moon as it moves from new moon to quarter moon, to half moon, to quarter moon, to full moon, or three-quarter moon to full moon. And notice when opportunities come to you for you to make a decision, and then pay attention to going through a full cycle of waiting, contemplating, and pondering that decision. Let them tell me, well, actually I let everybody tell me what they want to do, but I don't make any demands on the reflector or expect too much. Now, I have watched a reflector keep up with an MG, and it's really rather quite hilarious because they use coffee to get motivated and to get the energy and to work all day long right next to the MG and the generators. And then I watch them collapse the next day because they have no energy in their system. They're a cloud moving through space and experiencing everyone. Their aura's like Teflon. Things just kind of roll off and don't plug in and impact too much. But working really hard like a generator or a manifesting generator and drinking lots of coffee and then collapsing the next day is very extreme and isn't necessary. And it's really important that more people understand that reflectors have no energy in their system, and that we can't really demand anything from them. But what they do bring to us that's really important, and what I really love having them in my environment for, is that they're reflecting the environment and what's happening in the environment and the people in the environment. And when anyone new comes into the environment, they're highly impacted by that. They're aware of it immediately. They're watching to see how that new person is impacting the environment and whether or not it's going to ruffle things and upset things. Sometimes they're aware of it, sometimes they're not, but it's happening where they are reacting to the changes that are occurring in the environment. Whenever I have an event, I love having a reflector there because I'll look over and see if they're having a good time. And if they're smiling and laughing and they're feeling great, then it's a great party. And, you know, that's golden. Those reflections of what's happening in the environment and with the people in the environment is golden. It's very valuable. They bring a great gift.